Teacher tip 83. Get students moving. If they are bored, let them stretch. Use yoga or chants to energize them. Incorporate movement into your activities when possible. We call it total physical response, TPR, where we act out different things. So I would say as a teacher, you should also be in control of the energy levels in your classroom. You can start off with a fun, ice-breaking activity. Then you go down when you lecture them, their energy goes down. Then you push it back up by using a fun activity. Then they do another reading or writing activity. And at the end, you review in another fun way. You have to monitor what the energy levels are. You don't want them overexcited the whole class because that leads to trouble, but you also don't want a boring class because then some students will act out, they will fall asleep, and that's also not where you want to be. You are in control of the energy in your classroom. If you see that the students are getting bored and yawning, wake them up, tell them, okay everyone, let's do a yoga pose. Or now quickly with your friend, act out a different word, do some charades, or let them stand up, let them stretch. Do a simple Simon Says. There are so many activities that you can do, but try and incorporate movement into the activities in your class. Obviously you want it to be controlled, but you want to allow your students to also use their bodies because that's another way that they can learn. Especially when you're teaching English like I am, you want to incorporate TPR into your classroom. Teacher tip 84. Make connections between what they are learning and what they already know. This is maybe the most logical thing about teaching. You want to teach your students something new, but you have to connect it to their prior knowledge. How do you do that? First, you have to bring up their previous experience or previous knowledge, their previous skills, and then you want to add to it. Because how the brain works is it makes connections, and the more connections you have to something, the better you will understand it and the better you can use it in the future. So what we have to do is we have to understand our students and we have to ask them questions. We have to present it in a way that they can connect with. If you're going to teach your students something, maybe explain it from a point of view that they understand. Maybe bring up an experience that they are familiar with when you teach them something new. Often we see teachers trying to teach something new without understanding where the students are, what their level is, or what their prior knowledge is. And that is extremely difficult to suddenly, out of the blue, explain something. Teacher tip 85. Build a growth mindset with your students. They are able to learn anything if they spend time, energy, and focus on it. This idea comes from Professor Carol Dweck, where she talks about the growth mindset. Many times people think, oh, I'm not able to do something because I don't have that ability, or I'm not very good with speaking, or I'm not very good at math, I just suck at it, I'm never going to get better. But actually, we should start building our students' growth mindset. We should encourage them to learn and emphasize that if they spend time and energy on it, they will become better. That is why many parents send their kids to music classes. So if they're learning the piano, they know if they spend time and energy and focus on it, if they put in the commitment, they will improve. And that mindset translates to everything that we attempt in life. So as teachers, we should tell our students, you are capable of doing anything you set your mind to. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something because you're not very good at that skill. Tell them if you commit yourself and constantly work at it, you will improve and you can achieve your dreams or whatever you put your mind to.